hang it up, hang it up. I'm not being biased. If I'm 100, if Tank got his ass whooped, I'm gonna say, you know what? He got his ass whooped.
You know, that Tank is over. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way.
This former world champion boxer is accusing Gervonta Davis of ruining the sport.
Floyd Mayweather has revealed why he believes this is the end of Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He stated that Tank's recent fight against Lamont Roach clearly shows that he has lost his charm and no longer has a hunger to be one of the best boxers in the world.
His ass whooped. Easy fight from what I see. And did the guy come out aggressive? I say it probably was 4 rounds the guy could have got, but 8 rounds he was getting outboxed. Turn. The name of the game is boxing. The name of the game is not slugging, because when the fight game is over, when boxing is all over, and you hang it up like me.
Openly expressed a belief that Floyd Mayweather never wanted any fighter to surpass him. In an interview, Davis stated, Floyd never wanted nobody to be better than him, any fighter. This sentiment reflects Davis's perception of Mayweather's attitude towards potential successors in the boxing world. The dynamics between a mentor and protege can be complex, especially when the protege's success begins to rival that of the mentor. And Davis's comments suggest tension rooted in competitiveness and a desire for legacy preservation.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say that Terence Crawford should fight? Finna be there. It don't make no fucking sense. You don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you. You don't never.
Is there like a last question, guys?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Holly Mulkey, a former world champion, has criticized Gervonta Davis, asserting that Tank has ruined boxing. Mulkey's comments highlight a broader discourse on the state of boxing and the influence of contemporary fighters on the sport's integrity. Such critiques often stem from concerns about the commercialization of boxing and the perceived deviation from its traditional values. Mulkey's perspective adds to the ongoing debate about the direction in which modern boxing is heading.
Former world champion boxer is accusing Gervonta Davis of ruining the sport. What do you guys think? And who do you think the former world champion is? It's none other than Paulie Malignaggi, or I don't know how to say his name, honestly. I just know that he had that whole thing with Conor McGregor, and then he couldn't even beat Artem Lobov in bare knuckle boxing. So take his words with a grain of salt. But obviously, I do agree with him to some extent. Gervonta Davis has all the skills in the world, but he's not taking the most competitive fights, you know? Lamont Roach, if he had made 4 or 5 defenses at 135, you'd be selling me a little bit. I'd be curious. But no, you're just recycling the same champion. You're not even progressing. You're killing the sport to line your pockets. I defend the sport. I want the best matchups possible. You're not going to entertain me with the B-level matchups just because they're pay-per-views, which makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I'm not paying for it. You know, I'm going to stream it like I would think most people are. But yeah, Gervonta Davis, I wouldn't say he's ruining the sport. I think Floyd Mayweather ruined the sport because every boxer after him just wants to get the easiest fight with the most amount of money.
Pros have claimed that Floyd Mayweather was jealous of Tank Davis, suggesting a possible strain in their relationship and implying that Mayweather's competitive nature extended beyond the ring into his mentorship. Jealousy in mentor-protege relationships can lead to conflicts, especially when the protege's rising prominence threatens the mentor's legacy.
You actually need to be thankful that your product got pushed out there, because had it not been, Tank might have been fighting in rinky-dink boxing clubs, bruh. We may have never got the opportunity to know who Tank Davis really was. So let's go ahead and start there. Now, Tank, early on, you heard him. He only getting about 10 racks a fight. Floyd is making it to where, yeah, I'm gonna get your mama out this hood, but I'm gonna have you on your knees crawling back to me. You feel me? You're gonna have to get in where you fit in to really earn this bag the same way I did. But what I think was happening was, I think that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was getting a little tad bit jealous of Tank. He saw the potential. He knew what dude was capable of. And when you got a fighter like Tank Davis, you don't put him in a position to take a L. You put him in a position to win every fight, to grow the brand. Ultimately, this is your product. Ultimately, you're getting money off of this.
Following Gervonta Davis's bout against Roach, many fans expressed disappointment, questioning Davis's boxing abilities as Roach, a relatively lesser-known boxer, managed to challenge him significantly. This unexpected performance gap has raised concerns about Davis's preparedness and skill level, sparking discussions about his training regimen, focus, and future prospects in the sport. Fans and analysts are now reevaluating their expectations of Davis's career trajectory.
So Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach goes to a majority decision draw, with Tank retaining his WBA lightweight title. Now, I did not score this fight a draw. I had it 7-5 to Lamont Roach. I thought he had the ring generalship and effective pressure. He was landing the jab and effective combinations. Tank, as usual, had a very low output, and he was relying on one big shot. I gave Roach the first 3 rounds, Tank the next 3 rounds, and then Roach 4 the last 6 rounds to win the fight. Not to mention, Tank did take a knee in the middle of the fight. By rule, that should have been considered a knockdown. Yes, it was to get his mouthpiece, and that's why they didn't rule it a knockdown. But anytime a fighter takes a knee, that's a knockdown. And that would have given Roach 1 more point to win the fight. Now, I'm sure they'll run it back. Lamont Roach absolutely deserves a rematch. He just had the fight of his life. He wasn't scared to go toe-to-toe with Tank. Landing his combinations, the bigger counters, and the more effective shots. He definitely deserves a second payday. Now, in the co-main event, Gary Antoine Russell put on an amazing performance. I think he won 11 or 12 rounds against Raio Valenzuela. Great hand speed, good combinations, masterclass to win the WBA title. And then in the featured bout, Alberto Puello beat Sandor Martin to retain his WBC title. He landed the cleaner left hands, definitely won the last 2 to 3 rounds to edge the fight. But overall, good card. I do think Roach won the fight though.
The boxing community has observed a double standard regarding career moves, as Floyd Mayweather's departure from Bob Arum's promotion was deemed acceptable, while Gervonta Davis's attempt to leave Mayweather Promotions was labeled disrespectful. This discrepancy highlights the complexities fighters face when making career decisions, suggesting that industry perceptions are influenced by a fighter's status and the narratives constructed around their choices.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
Adrian Broner revealed that Gervonta Davis confided in him about his dissatisfaction with the support he received, stating that he couldn't disclose details until Davis chose to speak publicly. This revelation suggests that Davis may have felt uncomfortable with aspects of his career from its early stages, highlighting how such discontent can impact a fighter's performance and mental well-being, emphasizing the importance of supportive environment in professional sports.